I Sorry about that. It's a lot of people yapping and trapping. So I really wanted to get where it was kind of quiet. Um,
Yeah, I end up buying things for the ice and I'm doing
no. Thank you. Yay, it was. As you can see, um, I've just got finished doing what I usually do in the morning, which is serving. And I was filming and doing a lot of things. And this is my whole getup. Yeah. So I'm going to change and rotate it to the other side. So this is just for audio. So you can walk around and listen to it. And if you get something motivational from it, good. If you can share with someone, good. If not, thank you for tuning in. I wanted to talk about, okay, yes, I rotated it. So once again, this is just audio. I wanted to talk, and excuse my list, I have my invisible liners in for teeth correction, so sometimes it's going to sound like it has a list, but yeah, can't really do nothing about it. So one good thing that I was taught when I was younger was a lesson on friends, and um, it was when I was in the fifth grade. Um, we were having a Halloween party. No one was doing anything, and my closest friend at the time wanted me to ask my aunt to have a Halloween party. So at first she said no, but then my other cousin who was around my age wanted one too, so she said, yeah, we can have this Halloween party. So I invited everyone, who I was going to have there. I invited 12 of my friends. And at that time, I only had like about 9. So I invited, most of it was like the cheerleading squad. And I remember that this girl who was like, I don't know, she had more than me, more people liked her, all of that. She just didn't fancy me. And she went and made her own like Halloween party out of the blue. And everybody like dropped my Halloween party except one person that I have was a friend. Her name was like Jessica. Everybody else dropped it. Even the person that my friend that was next door, that lived next door to me, dropped it and went across town to her Halloween party. Didn't tell me. They were like, "Oh yeah, I'm going, whatever." And yeah, their parents all dropped them off at that person's house, at the girl's house. They had this party, and that whole thing was just to get back at me for having this party. So I came back to school, and they're like, oh, they had all this good time, but then they didn't want to tell me, and I was just really, really sad. I had a good time, even though with that one person, but I remember when I was crying to my grandfather and telling him, my friends, they didn't come. They didn't, it was like they turned on me and everyone was making fun of me, like, ha ha ha, all this other stuff. And like, it was a huge joke. So I'm like, okay, all I wanted to do was just have fun with my friends. And he's like, I was like, now I gotta find other friends. And he's like, my grandfather told me, you never know who your real friends are until you die. And I was like, what the heck? Like, how is that even possible? Like, that sounds crazy telling that to a fifth grader, you know? And he's like, you know what? You never know who your friends are until you die. So the best thing to do is find out who you are and be the best that you can be. And I was like, what the heck? Like, no. Like, now fast forward, I'm getting a little bit better. I'm coming through this, I didn't really think I was going to overcome what I did, and it was huge for me. I didn't have many support systems. I really had to just rely on God, and that's who you're supposed to rely on anyway. So it got my head focused. I thought it was the worst thing ever, dealing with, friendships being broken, and things of that nature. I was like, oh, that's horrible, And then I started looking at some of the people who I thought, were my enemies, and they were telling me the truth, They were really telling me the truth. And that same message that he gave me became clearer when I got older. And was like a wide, rude awakening, because some of those people who I thought were evil helped me get to my breakthroughs, helped me get to the best places in life. I can't really say that they're evil. At that time I thought they were evil, but really not. It was just time for me to work on myself. So I understand what my grandfather said. You never know who your enemies are. You never know who your friends are until you die. Another illustration that I just had, I just got another job. It's so crazy. I got another job that's paying way more than what I'm doing now. And I never wasn't expecting it. I got it off of just being myself, being the best person that I could be. And the person just walked up to me and said, hey, just give me your resume. Maybe I can send this off to someone. And they ended up being the person that needed the help, and I didn't know that. I was just trying to be myself, so, and it worked out. Now, the boss that I have now, when I gave her my 2 weeks, she really wasn't happy for me, and I was just like, okay, I thought it would be, because she was very, very, on a personal level with me, but I understand what my grandfather is saying now. So, yeah, if you're going through this, I can't even drink my tea because I got my aligners in. I'm trying to take them out. So, if it's something that you can take from this, good. I just really wanted to share that because it gave me clarity as far as my limitations on life, what I can control, what I can't control, and gave me a better understanding about contributions. What is your contribution, and when you should give your contribution to the world. You have to give your contribution no matter what, no matter if it rains, snows, pours. Think about those people who have to, like at my job, you have to assist people, and they need services day and night, 24 hours a day. Someone has to be there if it rains, sleets, pours, snows, hail, rain, storms, tornadoes, any kind of emergency. Someone has to be there. So, and that's what you have to be in your life. And I think that's definitely what my grandfather gave to me in that quotation, in that statement. It's true. I can't. You'll never know. Some people pretend to be your friends, and you really believe that they are. They masquerade as them, and they really aren't. And it's not even your job to even find it. I was going through that whole situation where I was trying to find out who was who and all that. In due time, it'll find out. The thing you need to do is be the best person that you can be. So, and everything else will fall off. Hopefully something I said or done will help you in your journey. Stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Thanks.